So that was Skiddaw House, the highest youth hostel in the country, at 1,500 feet. Absolutely fabulous, absolutely brilliant. So comfy, you're a bit slow in leaving because it's just too civilised. Paid for breakfast, so I can have some boiled eggs and toast, and just really, really, really good, really good. So today, day 6, I am now going to be very bold, and there's no path, but I'm going to try and go straight up the back of Blencathra. If I don't, I'm going to lose all my altitude to then walk up the ridgeline. It just seems crazy. There must be a path somewhere. So I put the trousers on, yeah, because I'm going to be jumping through heather and I don't want to get ticks or bugs or anything on me. And it's only 1.5 miles straight up there. So I'm just going to jump straight up the mountain and just give it a go. It's 9 o'clock. It would take me at least 4 hours to go down to the valley and then follow up the ridge. So if I get up there any time before 1 o'clock, I'm a winner. So yeah, all good. You know what I'm doing today? I've actually resorted to the compass. Not specifically taking bearings, but sometimes to know where north is and to be certain when you're orientating a map, when you're doing things a little bit more adventurous, it's quite useful to be certain. It's so easy to mistake one sort of lumpy mound in what you see with another. Sometimes just be able to stop, get the map, orientate the map, know which way's north, check which direction you're walking. Just, okay, that's it. I mean, you can take bearings and things if you want to, but just, being certain with the orientation just make all the difference, really. So yeah, compass day. So this final ultimate decision point, there's Skiddaw in the background and Skiddaw House that I've just stopped at. I'm now at the fence, so clearly just following the line of this fence up, and there does seem to be some kind of a path is straight up the back way of Blencathra, or I carry on down here and then go on that path the other side of the mountain that's there, and I lose a lot of the elevation and just go up the edges. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to take this path here and just go straight up the back of Blencathra. Then I will come back down the edges and be at the sort of car park and information centre where this path ends. Looks awesome. Yeah, look, clearly not as off-piste as I thought. There's actually a style. So, yeah, we'll go just straight up that hill, flat a bit, and top of the mountain. Happy days. Oh, my challenging bit of orienteering over the kind of moor, and then I've been dead easy. Lots of paths everywhere. I mean, look at this, like a path superhighway. This isn't even on the maps. But I'm about to hit some of the edges, not proper edges of Blencathra there or the other side. It's clearly a zigzag path. It's going to take me up the top. I can follow all the peak. It's going to be lovely. Walk the whole sort of stretch of Blencathra. Yeah, very nice. I mean, I've only been walking an hour and a half, if that. And I'm already near the top because I just didn't drop that much elevation. So, yeah, very, very happy. It is beautifully peaceful up here. Also makes me think, it's Saturday morning. It feels unlikely that I won't be finished tomorrow now, so I've ended up kind of catching up that day that I thought I lost. Because I thought I'd start the Monday and finish on the Sunday. I think in the end that's probably what's going to happen. I'll pitch tonight somewhere on Helvellyn or one of the mountains on the way to Helvellyn, just somewhere. I'll double check the weather in a second, but I'm sure it's fine. So I was just speaking to a bloke. He said the first time he's walked along here and not been up to his knees. Apparently all of this is normally one massive bog. So that route that I've been able to take probably been made so easy because of the amount of dryness we've had the last 2 months. Yeah, now top of Blencathra, you can very clearly see Crossfell, Great Dunfell and Little Dunfell. So Crossfell's on the left, Little Dunfell's in the middle, Great Dunfell's on the right. And it does almost feel like you can see the little golf ball, it's like the radar station, whatever, so on top of Great Dunfell. I feel I can see something. I'm sure it doesn't come across in the, on there. I'm sure it doesn't come across on the video, but yeah, fabulous. Top of Blencathra. Really stunning views. So next, a little bit of cloud. Hey, new weather like that. And then we're just going up those mountains off towards Albany. So it's only 11:15 on Saturday, so we'll be finished tomorrow, I think. Beautiful. So Blencathra, kind of like Pillars, another beautiful mountain with a bit of a green top. It's just you kind of roll around over this ridge line between separate peaks, but it's very nice, very nice. You know, a lot of the time people talk about this being their favourite mountain. I can see why. The other one that people really do say is their favourite mountain is Helvellyn, which obviously I'm going to see last. I bet that's the same. That looks like it's got a large flat peak. There's something nice about sort of rolling along the tops and having a bit of green as you're doing it. It's yeah, it's very pleasant. Start getting a few little drops of rain. So I've donned the waterproof gear. Clouds are pretty ominous over there. It is coming from that direction, so I thought, don't want to be walking around in wet kit, so I've actually put my waterproofs on. They fit. Just some cheap regatta ones that cost about 20 quid. They really weren't like the cheapest in the shop. But chances were great, they go over the boots. I just love the smell as it starts to rain on really dusty ground. It's almost like you can suddenly smell the dust. There's nothing else quite sort of smells like rain. Yeah, lovely. I see the path we're going to take, you obviously zag across the mountain and back up. Choice here, let's go that way down to the visitor centre, or this way down to Blencathra. And I think we're going to take this. So forget the visitor centre for any food. I'm going to assume the pub is the better option. So they have fancy a nice sandwich or something if they've got it. Quite a lot of paragliders. What is it? Parasailing. Parasailing, I think. Nice as you get down the bottom of the hill just before you reach the village. You get Blencathra. Yeah, really lovely. I would fill up my water here, but I don't need to. I've got nearly 2 full litres. I've not drunk very much at all, and I'm about to be in a pub anyway. So you can see all the parasailers up in the mountain. Yeah, beautiful. Ah, down off the mountain, off Blencathra, just in the little village of Blencathra. This is lovely. This has got a pub and a post office apparently. Feels of the size that it should have some kind of a shop or something. Just past the school and the football pitch, play park area. So it's a reasonable sized village. Feels lovely. I should chill here for an hour or so, have a lazy lunch and then head back up into the mountains in a bit. It's nowhere near as hot today. The whole needing to stay out of the midday sun is gone. You know, it's pleasant. It's pleasant. Not as stunning, you know, with the sun, but much better walking conditions at the moment. This is prime walking conditions. Yeah. Okay, still warm, but it's yeah, a little bit more normal weather now. So I've just started to take a walk around Great God, followed the sort of cycle track. I'm now about to take the pathway that follows up this deck. So yeah, go up towards that. I think that's my ultimate goal at the top. What there on your camera? So yeah, it's what 4:30, something like that, 5 o'clock. So I'm gonna be wild camping on the top somewhere, but the weather forecast is for thunderstorms at about 2 in the morning potentially. So I won't be right on the top, so I don't think with the trekking pole tent. Don't get hit by lightning. So I will be dropping off the tops a little bit and trying to find a flat spot that's not in a hollow, because equally if you suddenly get a bit of real downpour, I don't want to get a flooded tent. This is one of those days where you know that it's going to be quite a quiet mountain. This is one of the main tracks to get up Great God, and it, you know, barely walk. clearly. It's nearly 2 hours since I saw another person. It's 5:10 now. I mean, actually, it might be 2 hours since I've seen anybody. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see anybody else for the rest of the night, and then don't see anybody else until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. It feels like it's going to be one of those nights. I like those nights. That suits me down to the ground, but it feels like I'm going out into this lovely empty wilderness, and it's mine and mine alone. Yeah, so this is the kind of thing that would be my fantasy campsite tonight. Little sheepfold. I mean, it's way too early. So I won't be using this one, but that's the kind of thing that I'll be looking for a little bit later on my trip. Yeah, most Arbeck's really quite nice. I mean, I've not seen anybody for nearly 3 hours. I could walk my togs off and go and have a shower. I don't think anybody would notice, no one would ever know. But not that hot really. Don't feel like I need one. And I've got more walking to do, so it's not quite bedtime yet. So I think I'll leave it. But it's a nice thought. On top, a great dot. This is beautiful. Once you're up, it's just like a rolling walk over the tops. So we'll go over that, and then the next thing is Raise. You can see Helvellyn in the corner. I think I'll quite make it that far, but it's lovely. So it's just gone 8 o'clock, and the weather is saying that there is definitely a storm coming. My satellite app was definitely telling me the same. They would be arriving between 10 and 11. So I didn't want to take any chances. I was kind of pushing along thinking I might be able to get to Red Tarn. I came off at the pass just below Raise. So there's every chance if I'd have pushed on I could have got to Red Tarn, but I didn't want to push it. I noticed that there was a disused quarry down here that's still at 700 metres. There's always lots of spaces around disused quarries, very good spaces for camping. So yeah, I'm nearly there now, and I'm already starting to be a bit out of the wind. So I've gone for a safety wild camp tonight, as there's a bit of a storm coming just this evening. So I come down from up there, heading down towards the disused quarry there. There's a little area here, and that spot there is dead flat and raised up from the water. It's an absolute winner, and the wind's coming in all that direction, so I'm protected by those hills, so I should be all right, even if the storm's a bit fruity.